give one because it's kind of fresh in my mind of a company I worked with recently. The entrepreneur is Gary Erickson, and he's the founder of a company called Cliff Bar, and he grew the business quite well. And but along the way, and he was offered north of $100 million for the business, and he decided to pay his partner out and continue the business as a private enterprise. And Gary runs his business a little differently than most people, because we talk about the bottom line, and Gary doesn't have a bottom line. He's got 5 bottom lines. He knows that the business has to make money to sustain itself. So making enough money to do that is a bottom line. He also believes in the power, separate from the profitability of the business, the power of his brands. And the brands themselves are a bottom line. He also invests heavily in his people, in the development of his people, the attainment of their dreams. So he's got a people bottom line. And they measure all the bottom lines. It's not just, hope and nothing, no substance. He also has a bottom line of giving back to the community. They're headquartered in Berkeley, California, but they're a very giving company in the greater San Francisco Bay Area and in the communities of sports enthusiasts. They're a giving company. And they also have a bottom line and they put this in all their literature, they believe in saving the planet. And they put their money where their mouth is, and they are a very green organization, very environmentally conscious. And if you were talking with Gary and you tried to separate out the bottom line, you would be in for a long, long discussion about the 5 bottom lines. So I think Gary is one good example of an ethical entrepreneur.
And I can't remember the brand, but Costco got in a bunch of jeans, let's call them Levi's for the sake of argument, and they had them at a 10% markup. And so these jeans were half the price you'd find them anywhere else, and guess what? They sold them out within a day. The next week they got another shipment of this. So what would the normal entrepreneur do? This is your chance to respond. Yes.
Raise the markup.
Raise the markup. And they didn't. They stuck to that. And the power of that is that I can now tell you the Costco jeans story. Because it becomes a legend within the company of the way that they do business and what they're trying to get out of it. And the lesson for me is that you don't have to maximize profit all the time, as in returns. As long as you're making a profit, it doesn't have to be the maximal profit, especially if you're looking in terms of these other bottom lines that are out there.